Back. Thank you for joining me today. So today I've made a nice little, really intense, smoky, black glossy lid look. So if you want to see how I created this look, keep on watching and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, feel free to hit subscribe so you can, you know, when I upload more, you'll know. So enjoy. Alright, so we're going to jump right in and start with the brows. So I'm just going to comb through them, and I want more of a natural brow today, and yes, I have fake tan, so just ignore that. So I'm using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in, oh it's there, chocolate. So I'm just going to brush through my brows with that. I'm just taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette, and I'm just going to do some little flicks just to fill in any empty gaps or places I think need a bit more volume. Just like that, not much. Okay, so they're all filled in. I'm just going to go through them one more time with the spoolie just to make sure the product is all through the brows, just really lightly. And that's our brows done. Nice and easy. Now, for my eyes, I'm just going to use a concealer. So this is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Cafe Con Leche. I still don't know how to say that properly. So I'm just popping it straight on the eye. People talking outside. And then I'm just going to use the Shop Miss A E126 brush. It's just a large fluffy brush, nothing exciting. And just buff that in. I don't want to have a super heavy eye base. As you can see, before I add any more product to the eye, I'm going to go in on my waterline and my lash line with the Kryolan Duo pencil. So one side's black, sorry, that's the black side, that's the brown side. As you can see, it is very, very loved. So I'm just going to go straight in, just pulling gently. You don't need to, you know, rip your eyeball out. So I'm just going to fill that in. Oh, my washing's done. Right, so that's the bottom. Okay, now I've always got one eye that's better to work with. Not this eye, because I had to stab myself in the eyeball. Oh, don't water. Nope, we're fine, we're good, back in the game. Okay, so I haven't done a smoky eye in ages, but I want to try something that I haven't actually tried before, so we're going to do it together. So I'm going to be using this samplebeauty liquid eyeshadow in the colour black, and I'm just going to go straight on the lid with it and then just buff it in a little bit with this, I actually don't know what brush this is, but it's from Crown Brushes and it's just a bit of a more denser blending brush. So we're going to go straight in and do that. Also, I didn't set my base, my eye base. So I've just left that as it is just to really hope that those colours just come out. So I really like the applicator on this. Is it gonna focus? Yeah. So it's just, I think it's really nice for eyeshadow, for liquid eyeshadow even. So I'm just gonna go straight on my eye with it. Ooh. Today's not a good day. Now, focus. So I'm just going to take this brush that I said earlier and I'm just going to start just kind of patting down. I'm not going to drag, I'm just patting. Oh, my camera's going to die, my camera's going to die. not going too high up just because I'm going to obviously do some other shadows just to make sure it's a lot more intensified. So I'm just taking a flat eyeshadow brush and packing on some black shadow. Any black shadow is fine. And then I'm just patting that on just to help set this. Again, just in the same area, I'm not going above. Don't worry if it gets a bit messy, you can always just remove it. Like that, because I look like the Hamburglar. I'm taking the MAC Art Library palette in Flame Buoyant, and I'm going to take that shade, just that shade there, and just pack that above it and blend it up. So see, I'm not blending yet, I'm just packing the colour on. I'm just going to intensify the black a bit more, just bring her up a bit. Now I'm going to start just really, really lightly blending. You don't need a heavy hand. I'm just going to clean up under my eyes just to see how it's looking and if I want to change anything. I've cleaned up my eye. I think I just want to make that brown a bit more intense just so you can see it. So I'm just taking a little medium-sized brush back into that colour. I'm just going to pack it on. And then back with the same blending brush as before, I'm just going to lightly blend again. Okay. It's kind of scary because I just feel like my eyes look black, but I kind of like it, so we're just going to keep going. I'm going to add like a red tone though. Screw it, let's do it. So, let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to go back into the same palette, adding that colour there. Oh my god. Adding that colour there just around where I put the brown and just see how it goes. Why not? Just packing that straight on. Ooh, ooh, I like it. I'm just going to use the same blending brush again, just lightly blending that in. Okay, so my camera died, but we're back. Watched an episode of Glow Up. Has anybody watched that show? Because I'm obsessed with it. So using the MAC lip gloss, that's how we're going to create the glossy look. So I'm just going to squeeze some just on the back of my brush and then just place it over the lid. Just really lightly because you don't want to disturb your eyeshadow. Kind of just trying to like fade it out towards the end, so I want the glossiest part to be the central of the lid. I said that really weird. That's fine. Okay, now I am going to try something. Again, today's all about we're just going to go with the flow, see what works, see what doesn't. Why not? I'm going to try and go in with that red brush again and just try to lightly just kind of fluff around the edges of the gloss so just so it doesn't look so harsh. I'm using a really, really light, delicate hand. And that is working beautifully. Stunning. I'm so excited with how this is looking so far. Oh my god. Now, as you can see, they're not symmetrical with under my brow, the space there. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. Now that my gloss and shadows are applied, I'm going to pop on some eyelashes. I am going to use the black end of my duo glue because I don't really use the black glue just because it can be really messy, especially if you're not doing a dark eye look. Because if your lash moves while the glue is still wet the tiniest bit, then it just becomes a mess. So I'm still waiting for my eyelashes to get tacky, so I'm going to go ahead and put some primer on my face. Using a NYX Marshmallow Primer. So I just did like 2 pumps. I'm just going to rub that in. Make sure you really want to rub your primer in just to get it all nice and settled into the skin. Don't forget down your neck. Alright, then I am going to set my primer. I'm just going to use the iconic Prep Set Glow because we always love a glowy look. I like the spot of my lashes. Now it's time to go in with the base. So again, I'm using the Studio Fix in NC20. That's the shade I use when I have fake tan on. Now, so when I do fake tan, my neck and chest don't go as dark as the rest of my body. So I do bring the foundation bit because I'd rather it match my body than have a paler face and chest decolletage. It looks weird. Over the shoulder thing. Gonna have like different tones between them and it would just look a bit odd. So I'm just straight away going in with a brush first and I'm just gonna pat that all in. Since I've applied with the brush, I'm gonna go over with the sponge. Now these sponges are the absolute best. So they're from Shop Miss A and I think they're a dupe for the Beauty Blender and they just are so gorgeous and they're like $2 each. They're phenomenal. I just love them so much. Okay, base is all blended on. I'm going to go in with my contour. So today I'm using the Bondi Bay from Nudestix. And I'm just going to mark out where I want to contour. So just around my temple area. And then cheeks. Down the nose, a little at the front, and then the jawline. Just going to blend that in with the same sponge, just dabbing. My contours are blended in, so I'm going to go in cream blush. I'm using the Makeup Forever HD blush in, if I can open it. So it's just this colour, it's 315. So I'm just going to use a little concealer brush just to place it where I want. So I'm going to go in the same angle as my contour. So I want it to be a bit snatched. So I'm just going to use my sponge again to blend that in. That's all blended. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer. So I'm using again the same one for my eyes. The Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Cafe Con Leche. And I'm just going to do dot here, little swipe there. So dot and swipe. And then just down the nose, a little bit on the forehead. I do a little bit on my chin. Not really sure why, I just always have. And then a little bit just underneath the contour, just to make it really stand out. So I'm going to use the other side of my sponge, the clean side, just to blend that in. First I'm going to use a powder puff just to set underneath my eye using the Hourglass translucent powder. Alright, so there's under my eye set. Using this angled blush brush, I'm going to go in with my bronzer. Just using the Hoola bronzer. And I go a little bit above where I've contoured because that'll help add warmth back to my face without dragging that darker shade down. And then I'm just going to go around my jawline. And then just around my forehead. With my blush, I'm going to use the femme blush palette. I love this so much. So many colours. Oh, love big palettes. And then I'm just going to be using this powder brush and I'm going to be going in. I'm just going to be going in with those two shades there and just kind of mixing them together. And then just tapping it on. It's so pretty. Always a little bit on the nose, a little bit. Alright, so that's my blush. Now I'm going to be using the MAC Soft and Gentle Highlighter. I'm just adding powder to any of the other areas in my face that might need it. So I'm just going to add it to my chin and to my upper lip. Because I'm a lip sweater. I get, yeah, basically. Okay, and then just a little bit on my forehead. And that's it. So that is the powders done. And now we're going to go in and do some little extra details to the eyes. So I'm just taking this really small blending brush and I'm dipping into the black and I'm just going to go just smoke it out underneath my lash line just to connect the eyeshadow. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but in this inner corner I have some gloss coming down. So I'm just going to take a cotton bud and I'm just going to roll it onto it to clean that up. It's like it never even happened. And actually there's a little bit on the other side too. So I'm just going to do the same on the other side. Just going to do my lip now. So I'm using this nude lip liner. I don't actually know what brand this is. But I feel like I got it when I did my makeup course, so it might be Atelier or Kryolan. I really don't know. Anyway, I'm going to line my lips. I'm just going to bring my mirror a bit closer. Good lip liner. kind of smells like Play-Doh. No? I don't know, it smells like something that's, I don't know. And then I'm going to go with one of my all-time favourite lip combos, choosing the Dose of Colour liquid lipsticks. So bear with me and sand. Sand? Yes. So I don't know how much actually left in this. So with bear with me, I'm going to go all over the lips. Don't know why my arms just stayed like that. Alright, so that's bear with me. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of the colour Sand just in the centre. And that's it. That's been my go-to colour combination for years. And I still love it, and I'll always love it. Okay. So, that's our look complete. I'm actually really happy with it. I love it. Nice glossy lid, big old lashes. It's just all there.